Welcome back to Sunday League Football, where we're facing some familiar faces at a familiar ground. This ground we played at literally last week. And the familiar faces are ones that we went up against a couple of weeks ago, where we won 4-2. Ahead of Sunday League Extra, you might not have known that, but of course Andrew, who was also behind the camera today, made sure you didn't forget that.
Do you reckon we'll get the win today? 4-2 a couple of weeks ago. So we played these a couple of weeks ago, beat them 4-2. A couple of weeks ago we played these, won 4-2.
I don't know what these are all about. 4-2 last time.
Yeah, 4-2 a couple of weeks ago. So we beat these 4-2 a couple of weeks ago, you were there. We played these a couple of weeks ago, won 4-2. What are you thinking today?
Yep, he's right. It was a couple of weeks ago, and a couple of weeks ago, these were bottom, and we were fourth, and that still stays the same. Obviously, we still have the games in hand over those around us, but we'd rather have the points in the bag. So a win today is an absolute must. With that in mind, let's see the team that's going to attempt to do that. Okay, a little bit of a formation switch up this time by Tomo. We've got Garen in between the sticks, then it's a back three of Tony, Dan, and Lee. Left wing back is Knowlesy, right wing back is Henry. Then into the middle of the park, we've got Luke, Tommy, Tom, and Connor, which leaves Nick, and the return of Asa up top. On the bench for this one, it's a strong one. We've got Josh, we've got the return of Elliot, and of course Lewis as well. You hear that, people? That's wind. And in recent weeks, we've been told that we shouldn't mention the conditions, but that'd be very un-British of us. We're also going to start things off with people getting in the way.
George.
Sorry.
Come on, George. So it looks like we've got a throw here. That's into Nick. Back to Knowlesy. Is that a Rabona cross? It was. Looped up into the box. Ace is going to try and get onto it here, but whoops, he's slipped. Loose ball to Connor, who looks to get the shot in. That's blocked. Falls out to Henry, who dances past a couple of players here. You can see they're definitely on his case as he looks to get the cross in. Blocked by the 15. Falls back to Henry. They're doubling up now. We've got Knowlesy in support if he wants him and uses him as well, as Knowlesy takes the touch, puts it into the box, up towards that back post. Connor gets his head on it, but that ain't troubling the keeper. Down the other end now, it's number 8 picking the ball up and playing it forward to the number 6. Didn't see this one a couple of weeks ago, but he's taken out there. And that is going to be a free kick. You can see the big man at the back is stepping up. He fancies this one, especially after a couple of weeks ago.
I agree that there are others.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez, indeed. And a couple of weeks ago, it was number 3. Now he's number 5. What's going on? I don't like changes. He smashes this one. The wall's done its job that time. In particular, Luke, who's certainly feeling the effects as that smacked him on the head. But he's good to carry on. Let's go. We continue back up the other end now with Connor. And it's worth pointing out the wind is with us in this first half, so it's about taking that advantage as Tommy puts it over to the far side. Nearly got caught out by the 6, but he does arrive with Lee, who puts it into the box here. Nick stretches out with a volley, but he sends that over the bar. Here comes Stifford playing it out to this near side for the number 8, but there's Tommy with one of his perfectly timed challenges. And as the ball goes out, I've noticed that the camera is very much on the wonk. Certainly wasn't like that a couple of weeks ago, Andrew.
Recycle it. Save the world.
Yep, great advice there, and I love what Tommy Tom's doing, but as he tries to put this ball through, that's cut out and played back out. But we are going again. It's Tony this time. He looks to go beyond the 6. Plays it out to this near side for Knowlesy. He's going to get the cross in. It's blocked once more. Did somebody order a sniper?
Hey!
He's always lurking that one. You've got to be careful on a Sunday League field. Anyway, we move on. It's Connor inside to Luke. He plays it one more to Nick, who looks to get beyond the number 5. A couple of weeks ago, it was the number 3, as I say. He gets the shot in, but that's not affecting the keeper. So a few of you might have noticed my voice sounds a little bit different. Of course, I am ill. Got a bit of the man flu, so any sympathy in the comments below is much appreciated as Stifford come through here. But Luke wins it back. Connor takes over. He's taken out by the number 6, and that right there is a free kick, which Garen is going to send forward. It's over everybody's head. Straight to the keeper's arms. Stifford coming forward now with the number 6. A couple of weeks ago, I remember this one, but Tommy's got the ball back straight away. Well done, that man.
Is there anything that man can't do?
Grow a beard.
Tomo's spot on. Tommy can't grow a beard, and if he can, he needs to start doing it now because he would look absolutely beautiful. Anyway, the wind affecting that goal kick there as Henry picks it up, puts it through to Asa. Arms go up for offside. Surely he is offside as he slots it into the back of the net, but ref's giving it. We'll have another look back anyway. You can see Asa making his run now as Henry makes his way forward. Their linesman on the far side has the decision to make. It's the number 2 that's the furthest back. Asa at least 4 or 5 yards behind him. As he slots it past the keeper, we're all thinking it's going to be called for offside, but the lino didn't even flag. It's an interesting one. Despite having the majority of the possession, we are a little bit lucky to be 1-0 up.
Straight from the off.
Yep, kick-off. We're going to continue with this wonky camera angle as 15 gives it to the number 6. Tony's on his case as he looks to get it back. 15 takes over as he cuts inside, plays it into the number 7, who goes beyond Luke here, makes his way into the box, but loses control here. Knowlesy looks to get off him, so does Tony. Nuts! And now it's Luke and Dan that close in.
He's giving that.
You heard it, you saw it. Ref points to the spot. That's going to be a penalty. Question is, does anyone remember what happened a couple of weeks ago?
Oh.
So a couple of weeks ago, the number 3 that's now the number 5 went bottom left.
Yes!
Yes, Garen!
This time it was bottom right-ish. Of course, stays 1-0. So following that save, he sticks his hat on and sends this one up the field. Obviously, the wind is with us, don't forget, but don't mention it too much. And he goes through to Asa. He hasn't connected with that well, and that's an easy one for the keeper. He's Connor now picking the ball up in the middle of the park, putting it through to Asa. He latches onto that as well, otherwise that was over here. And he puts it inside to Nick. Can he grab a second of the game? No, he can't. It's straight to keeper. He knows he should have done better. We move on. And at 1-0, Stifford will feel they're still in this one, and we know they can get goals. We saw that a couple of weeks ago. It's looking good for him here as number 6 shrugs off Dan. He's one-on-one with Garen, slots it past him, but luckily for us, that is just past the post. This ball here comes from a throw, which Nick lets run past the number 2. Connor takes over as he sticks this one into the box. It's not a bad ball as the defender struggles. It falls to Asa. He puts it on a plate for Henry, who hits it. It's along the ground and the wrong side of the post for us. I'll tell you what, we're doing a very good job of keeping Stifford in this game. Stifford looking to put the ball into the box. It's a great challenge from Dan there. Picked up by Asa.
Nuts.
Now we're on the counter as this ball's put through to Nick. At this point, Andrew's telling Nick to wash his hands. Unfortunately, that ball goes straight through to the keeper. Here we come again now, looking for that second. It's Connor in the middle of the park. He's surrounded by white shirts here. Gets sandwiched and goes down. That's a free kick, says the ref. Lidinho rocking a red captain's band today. Straight out the book of De Bruyne. It's the wrong side of the post again. Actually thinking about changing the title from a couple of weeks ago to the wrong side of the post. A lack of action in the game as half-time is looming. Number 7 comes away with the ball there, but loses out to Tommy Tom Tom. It's picked up by Connor. And once more, he's been surrounded by white shirts. And once more, he's taken out. That's going to be another free kick. Garen's on the halfway line as he sends this one into the box. It's over Nick's head, into Asa, comes off of him. The loose ball is sliced away by the defender, the number 2 there. And it's the number 5 to keep it in and clear it up the field. Windy, innit? Don't mention it, though. So a couple of weeks ago, we came off at half-time winning, but it was 2-0. This time, just the one. And that one, let's be fair, shouldn't have even been a goal. And the second half coming right up. Our opponents are very much in this. But before we get there, let's give a couple of you guys a shout-out. If you managed to grab our kit from palmersfc.co.uk, you can grab yourself a bit of a half-time feature in these videos, just like Arvid. He's got his orange shirt here, new in, he says. And I think we're his second favourite team after Chelsea by the looks of it. Nice one, Arvid. Come on, your Palmers. Talking to second favourite teams, here's Keenan, and he's rocking our blue away shirt, 98 cop on the back. Love that. And obviously, Liverpool being his first favourite team. And after that first half, we could have done with a bit of Mo Salah up top. He's doing bits at the moment. Keenan, thanks for your support. Finally, we've got Chris, and apparently we're his third favourite team. It doesn't have the same ring to it, Chris. I can see Hearts is your first favourite. Second favourite is beyond me. It should really be Palmers, but loving the commitment there. You got the shirt, name and number on the back. Come on, your Palmers. Of course, guys, don't forget to follow us on all the socials. Links are in the description below, and it looks like we're pretty much ready to go with this second half. Should we do this? Let's do this. So yeah, that happened just 15 seconds after kickoff. It's 1-1. As you saw from kickoff, we didn't even touch the ball. It was the number 10 that put it through to the number 6. Of course, he wasn't here a couple of weeks ago, but he is now, and he finds himself on the score sheet. Stifford Clays 1, Palmers FC 1. Kickoff. Here they come again now. That number 6 involved once more as he threads it through to the number 9. Dan's going to be on his case as he blocks that, and that goes out for the corner. And so that corner is whipped into the box. On the end of it is the number 5 who heads it towards the back post. Henry heads it away, but it's only as far as the 10 who gets it under control, puts it across to the number 9 here.
No! God, please, no! No!
No, yep, it's happened. 3 minutes into the second half, we find ourselves 2-1 down. How is this happening? Why is it happening? Stop. It was that number 10 that brought it down. Good control from him to put it across the box for the 9. I just feel like maybe not enough pressure here on the 9. With that, he was able to open up, hit it with that right of his, through a crowd of players, and pass Garen into the back of the net. And wow, I can't believe I'm saying this, but what a turnaround. It's Stifford Clays 2, Palmers FC 1.
Boys, get your legs up, come on!
That was a kick-off. And it's not long before they're coming for us again. Tommy Tom Tom gets the challenge in here, but in doing so, he's put that through to the number 6, who's got beyond Dan. Dan does well to catch up and put him off as he sees his effort go wide at the goal. At the moment, it's whatever you can do, we can do too. Lee with a great challenge there as Connor picks it up. Number 7 does exactly the same. Stops us from getting forward there. Not long after that, we're going to make a change. It's Connor that's making way for Josh. Made a massive impact in recent weeks. Let's hope he can do the same today. And pretty much straight away, Josh is involved as Lee picks it up on this near side. He plays it forward for Josh. Looks to get onto the ball, but that's a late challenge by our opponent there, and that is going to be a free kick. And so it's Lee that's going to send this one into the box. Wins caught hold of it, and that just floats straight into the keeper's arms. Over that far side now, Nosey gives the ball to Josh. Brothers combining as he takes on the first man, then the second man, then the third man here. Can he keep it in? He can. He cuts it back, and on the end of it is Luke.
Go on! Oh, bro.
Some may say a bad miss. I'm going to say it's a bad bobble. Second substitution of the day. Lewis is on the field now. You notice he's had a trim. He's going to be replacing Asa up top. We continue to press forward as we look for an equaliser. Henry getting dragged back slightly there. Nothing given by the ref as it's cleared by Stifford and up to the 14. There's a massive gap in the midfield. I don't think there is any midfielders. It's put through to the 6. Looks like there's gaps at the back too, but 6 looks to go beyond Garrett. It's a great challenge from him. We've got the ball back. Another substitution just made. Elliot's now on the field. I don't know who he come on for. We'll work that out in a bit, but Tomo's got some tactics.
Nosy! It's yours, Josh. Go left back. Lee Atkinson right back. Tony and Dan, we're going 4-5-1. Lewis, pull right. Josh, left mid, yeah?
Straight away, we're using Lewis on the right as he's put through by Nick. He's going to whip it across the box, but unfortunately there's no one in there other than the 15, of course, to get it away. But Josh is on his case and he wins it back for us. 50-50 ball between him and the keeper now. It becomes loose momentarily, but he does recover. From that, he's going to send the ball up the field, and on the end of it is Luke with a header to send it straight back. Tommy's going to try and get onto it, but loses out to the 10. He then gave it to the 16, who puts it over the top. It's over Dan's head into the 6, who cuts inside of Tony here. And just as we thought we were getting into it, plenty of possession in their half, followed by a killer blow. Stifford, to be fair to them, being clinical today. As for us, not at all. We should have really put this game to bed in the first half with the chances that we had, but we didn't. It stayed 1-0. They come out second half, and all of a sudden they're 2-1 up. Now it's 3 with this cool finish from the 6. That's his second of the game, and may have just secured their very first 3 points of the season. Kick off. Like most weeks recently, Lee's going to take things into his own hands as he's going to go on a mazy run, but he's fouled at the first hurdle here as he loses out to the 16. Falls to the 14, backheel from him, back to the 10, and that is slotted through outside of the foot to the 6. Where are these gaps coming from? I do not know, but now he's one-on-one with Garen. Makes a mess of that and puts it well wide. Probably felt the pressure of Nosy and Dan bearing down on him, but should have been his hat-trick. Should have been 4-1. We're lucky to get away with that. It's Tommy Tom now picking the ball up in the middle of the park, spreading it out to this near side for Lewis. Let's see what he can do. He's got the number 3 to take on. A couple of little step overs there. Creates some space. Hits it. It's a great stop by the keeper. Loose ball. Just isn't falling to us, is it? Just like that, Stifford can calmly get it away. Lewis has been a bit of an outlet since he's come on. Great little bit of skill there to get beyond the number 3 and create some space to get this into the box, but it's too near the keeper. Elliot's not going to be able to get on that. As you can see, time is ticking. We're going to have to get something soon, otherwise we're going to go home with nothing here as the number 5 completely cleans out Elliot. Ref has not seen it. I don't know how. But not even a minute later, we've got ourselves a throw on the near side as Lewis sends it down to Nick. Number 5's done exactly the same again. Completely taken Nick out. How on earth he's not seeing these things? Following that, the last 5-6 minutes have just been booting it up the field from Stifford, and it's a great tactic, to be fair. If you've got the win behind you, the 2-goal cushion, and of course, time on your side. One thing they are doing though, when they are booting it up our end, they are putting us under pressure straight away, much like the 17 who's won it back for us here. Knocks it beyond Josh. Tony's chasing back as he plays it on the inside to the number 9. It's first time out to the number 14. Dinks it over the top. Dan stands his ground and completely wipes the number 9 out on the edge of the box, and that is going to be a free kick. 14 steps up with the shot. It's over the wall, but also over the bar as well. We're throwing everything out at the moment. Even Garen's come up as Lewis picks it up on this near side. A couple of step overs, puts it into the box. Nick with a glancing header, but can't direct it towards goal. Tony's going to pick it up now on that far side as he knocks it back to Josh. It's number 9 that's on his case straight away as he looks to cut inside, then on the outside. Makes enough space to get this ball into the box as well. But Elliot with his back to goal turns, hits the shot, but it's not the best from him. Luckily, the defender slices it, and now it's with Lewis. He then sticks it back in. It's off of the defender. It's going to be a corner. And here is that corner from Lewis along the ground for Josh. There you have it. It was men against boys today. The boys came out on top. A couple of weeks ago, you certainly wouldn't have thought this would have happened, but you've got to hand it to our opponents. They wanted it more, and they came out on top. Because of that, they're going to got their first win of the season, so congratulations to them. If you look at that table, we've dropped points against Deportivo Forest, United Ockenden, and now Stifford Clays, all in the bottom half of the table. Because of that, the league is now out of our hands. We have to go unbeaten for the rest of the season and hope other results go our way too. Not good. It doesn't get any easier either. This one was bottom of the league. Next week, it's top of the league Sparks, our bogey side. We've never beaten them competitively, so something is definitely going to have to change. But for now, we'll have to get over this one, put it firmly behind us, and simply call this one a bad day at the office. Guys, if you want to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and catch up on any football you might have missed on the channel. You've got the Sunday League Football Series, this one right here, and you also have the more Sunday League Football with our reserves too. Again, thank you for your support, and we will see you in the next one.